Yo, Theo here. Good morning. Or I guess it won't be morning when you see this, but it's morning right now. Started this Sunday out with a nice sauna, and I just went outside to sit, to sit outside and cool down. So that was nice. So today we're having a little mindfulness episode. I'm gonna tell you how someone who used to struggle with depression and anxiety, like anxiety for no reason, that feeling when you just want to escape, disappear from your own skin. You're just trapped all the time in here. I used to be like that, like all the time. Like, maybe not every single day, and maybe there could be a couple of months where things seem to be going fine. But this, ever since, I don't even remember, before the teens probably, I was like this, and it always came back, and now I'm free from it, finally, and I've been so for almost 2 years. So we're going to talk about the biggest key to inner peace, because what I've learned is that happiness is a deceiver, and sadness too, but yeah, the key is happiness will make you think everything is fine, but it's temporary. The next day you can be right back at square one, feeling like crap. So what you want is not being all everything is so fun all the time, because that can't happen. Can't feel that way all the time. What you want is inner peace, the ability to just stay calm and content and accept the here and now, no matter what's going on. So I'm going to tell you how I learned this, first of all. Trying to cover my nipples a bit here. It's one it's one thing if you're posing and doing the whole muscle bodybuilding gym thing, but something is just creepy with a nipple sticking out a bit like that. The easiest example, because there's so many different things. Your anxieties, your stresses, your worries may be different to mine, but we all have kind of similar, like most of us think a lot about what other people think about us, how we are perceived by our peers, people around us. So I think many of our anxieties stem from that. And so one of my biggest fears used to be stage fright. Because I do have this, I don't know how well it shows on the video. Can you see my hand is kind of trembling a bit? I have this like chronic tremor. It's heritable, I think 0.5% of the population has it. And it's not a big deal. It won't affect me. It's not strong enough to affect me in my everyday life. But I got this stage fright because I knew I'm good at talking. That's why I started doing these videos. I can talk, and I rarely need to prepare myself. I just need to know what I'm talking about. It needs to be something I want to talk about, obviously, and then I can just go. So I really dreamt about, standing on a stage and talking to people, because I knew that I had knowledge, things that people needed to know, that's good for people to know, and that I could do it really good, if only. Because that's the thing. I don't really know when, but it started happening for me that it's stage fright, not uncommon, but I started getting it so strong, and I did get, stronger like physical symptoms. Sometimes how someone will say after they held a speech or sang like a solo or something like that, like, oh my God, I was so nervous. And everyone says, I couldn't tell, it was impossible to tell. Like, that was the thing for me. It was true that I had this extra thing that, like, my normal condition physically is like for how it is for a lot of people when they get nervous. So for me, when I got nervous, and especially if I hadn't slept really good and stuff like that, which back in the day was very common, but I got it was so apparent that I was struggling big time, and that's where how people perceive you part comes in, because I hated this. I just wanted people to see how good I was at this. Really, I was supposed to be good at this, but yeah. And so the thing is, what we always try to do is we try to escape it. We try to get rid of this, fear before we even do this thing. And that's what I've learned now. So we'll come back to this. But if you've been following the channel, you know, all of this, my health journey started when I started to get panic attacks. Basically like LSD trips going bad every day without any drugs, that just happening to you. And you know, that was humiliating for me at work to just, you know, I was completely cool at work before this, you know, like cool, I mean like calm, like got along with everyone liked me, you know, I was a lot, like at lunch I used to joke around, you know, I was very confident like that, and all of a sudden something just happened to me and I start acting all weird and I need to leave work and can't explain myself and I'm all so what happened for me was because we have this inner voice, the inner voice that we shouldn't listen to is the thing. This inner voice will worry so much about, what are everyone going to think, blah, 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 all that. It wasn't important what the people at work thought about me, really. My health was important. I was dying, basically, not from a disease like that, but, you know, just withering away, becoming worse and worse just in every way, you know. So it wasn't really important, but still, that's what came to my mind. Oh, what will people think? They will think I've gone crazy. But so I of course tried to search for ways to, how can I fix this? How can I fix this? And there wasn't really a cure. And what I learned, to not make this like super long, this video, was you have to ignore. You can't believe the thoughts and the feelings that pass through here, because they are lies, they're deceivers. What happened was, like there's one story I come back to, there were many similar instances, but you know, I sing in a choir, or in Moscow, or singing in the Moscow like concert, the Tchaikovsky concert hall. So big serious concert, but I've done these things before. It shouldn't be a big deal for me, but because I was going through this panic thing. You know, every fiber of my body told me that you need to get out. You might make a fool of yourself. What is everyone going to think? You're going to ruin it for everyone. But I ignored it. I ignored the feelings and the thoughts that were so strong, so strong. You know, I could cry basically. And I endured that concert, and maybe it wasn't my, you know, best performance. Maybe a lot of the time I just pretended to sing and just tried to blend in, you know. But yeah, from that and similar experiences, I learned that thoughts and feelings are temporary and they are lies. They're trying to deceive you. So what happened for me after this, when I learned this by facing all this panic, my stage fright is all gone. Even though I didn't necessarily, because in choir that was a little different, you know. Stage fright, it's when you feel like everyone is looking at you, you know, and I got that from singing in the choir then, because I was so extra sensitive in this panic period. But it was mainly, my stage fright was mainly when I was alone doing something, you know, and without any practice. All those times when I've had to done that now, going to school, studying to be a trainer, but also before that, when I finished my journalism degree, it just disappeared. Because I might get a little butterflies, you know, but instead of listening to all the thoughts, like, oh, you're getting nervous, blah, 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 I just let it, you know, I just let it pass. So there's no really easy way. This is something you have to work with all the time, because I can't say now that I'm just 100% mindful and aware and never get any bad thoughts and anxiety whatsoever. I can't say that I never get it, but it's nothing compared to what it used to be. Like, I basically don't get it, but I'm just saying that it's, you probably can't ever reach a state of being where you're just 100% aware of this the whole time. But you can get closer to it. And something I've done, I'm going to link a silent prayer by a man called Jesse Lee Peterson, just an awesome man, has a YouTube channel, but I'm going to link his silent prayer. So it's basically a 15-minute like meditation mindfulness thing, and it's such a great concept. It's called Be Still and Know. And that's the short version. It's basically be still and know the truth. So what you do is, you do like a meditation when you sit down, get comfortable and start relaxing your body. It's fine if you move around a bit in the beginning. And in this particular one, you're supposed to focus on your hands that you put together like in a prayer. And then your only goal is to be alone with your thoughts for a while, and just kind of, if you close your eyes, just kind of focus on this area and just kind of see all the thoughts passing through. And then you're just practicing on observing your thoughts instead of identifying with them so much. Because that's when you get stage fright, a lot of the time you're a little nervous, you know you're going to do this, oh it's getting closer, oh I'm a little trembling, oh I hope anyone can see that, this needs to go away, I need to feel good now, these are bad thoughts, I need to feel good thoughts and feelings so I can do this properly, and you just make it worse and worse and worse and worse, because you're part of your thoughts and feelings, but you are not your thoughts, you're not your feelings, you are not in control of that. You can't control. If I tell you right now, hey, don't think of a black cat, you have no choice. All of you watching this are thinking of a black cat in some way right now. So that's basically it. You practice on observing. Like you have to realize in life, you're not in control. You're just a passenger. Like you're just sitting in here and looking out. Like you were on a bus and is watching what's going outside. That's exactly how your life is. And I don't only mean what you see with your eyes. I mean your thoughts and feelings too. You have to imagine they are not part of you. You don't have a choice in that. You don't have a play in that. You can't choose to be happy or energetic or sad or, you can't choose that. So basically, it's good to get in the habit of, what kind of happens to me is I do the meditation thing. Everything is going well. I forget about it for a few days. I get stressed for some reason, and then I remember that I probably should disconnect from my thoughts for a bit. So you sit, you relax, you focus on your thoughts. Your thoughts are going to want you to identify them as good or bad, and your objective is never overreact to if you think I don't want to think that, and if you catch yourself thinking that, oh, I'm not supposed to do that. This is the whole thing. This is the part. You are practicing on being aware of your thoughts and feelings like that. And it's so great, because what will happen to me nowadays, like say that a situation that would make me really nervous, neurotic, anxious, when it arises, I can feel like a slight, like adrenaline, a little bit like that, but I can just stay calm and be present in a moment instead of letting everything go crazy in here. Yeah, I think that's all. Sorry, let me think for a bit. Press pause here. No, I think that's everything. I'm going to leave you with this. Every thought is a lie. Don't overthink that too much. Just accept that. Every thought is a lie. Your thoughts are not your own. You are not your thoughts. You don't create your thoughts. You don't control your thoughts. And that's fine. So I hope this was helpful. Just doing my thing, rambling on about something, because I've thought a lot about this. And it's so cool. I used to be, I wonder, why do I get so much more anxious than everyone else? Why do I have all these things? Because I didn't realize. I fully identified with my thoughts, and now I don't. And now my true self, conquers those fake thoughts. So I hope you enjoy that. Yes. Have a great week, everyone. Please subscribe, please like. Don't forget that if you're watching these videos and think I'm saying good things, you should tell your friends about this cool Swedish guy who who talks about stuff and is cool and nice and helpful. So take care, everyone. Peace.